Rally Trinidad 2014, we're on. But first, a brief recap of days 1 and 2. Sitting in third place was Barbados' Paul Bourne, who had tons to do if he wanted to overhaul Stuart Johnson for second. A surprise second place competitor came in the form of Trinidad's Stuart Johnson as he split the WRC cruise with his group and Subaru. After sharing the top honors on day 1, Barbados' Neil Armstrong established himself as the clear rally leader with a dominant performance on day 2. If you want the best motor oil for your vehicle, get Belleville Motor Oil, the official motor oil of Race1. Easy Pave Rentals provides industrial tools for construction work, building and commercial landscaping. We offer crowd barricades, drive mowers, tower light, floor sanders, generators and concrete mixers. We have tools for any size project at reasonable prices. We are open 7 days a week and offer you great weekend specials. Come see us at Easy Pave Rentals. Rally Trinidad 2014, the Sunday stages of Snake and Jack and Jill. Drivers were ready to do battle.
How were the first 2 days for you?
Has been very excellent. As you know, this is my second home, so not that I know the terrain still, but the people have been very good to me and the car has been excellent so far, so I'm just going with it.
First 2 days were good. Obviously the first day was just a super special, was doing the business around there. Yesterday was much more challenging, very fast flowing stages, very important to have the notes right. Tyre wear is high, but I was expecting that with the terrain we're on, such dry weather and abrasive gravel. But the stages are good, I'm really enjoying them.
Yesterday evening, unfortunately, we had a very serious exhaust leak and we lost a lot of boost. We were actually running on a 0.3 to 5.5 bar boost yesterday evening for all evening. Paul made back some time on me there, but I'm really and truly hoping today that everything just goes well. It's not a mission to race a WRC car, it's a mission to finish the event.
Final day of Rally Trinidad, what's the game plan?
Well, we're having a battle today with a Group N car, so it's going to be pedal to the metal.
How did he get in front?
I don't know, he passed me somewhere along the line yesterday.
So you plan to take back time today then?
Yeah, that's the plan, yeah. And then after that, we're going for Armstrong.
The stages on the third and final day were much shorter than on the second and were to cover approximately half the total distance of that on day 2. First to launch his assault was Barbados' Neil Armstrong, who clearly had the hammer down in his Suzuki SX4 WRC. He had an impressive getaway on day 2, and in the morning loop he posted the fastest time on all 3 of the 5-kilometer long Snake stages. Trinidad, Stuart Johnson knew that holding on to his second place was going to be hard work with Barbados' Paul Bourne in a World Rally car in hot pursuit. After giving up time in the first stage of day 3, Stuart Johnson was faster than Bourne on the next 2 passes through the Snake stage before lunch. Barbados' Paul Bourne announced the start of his fight back on stage 13 of the rally. However, he was never able to lower his time at Snake before lunch. He initially took 5 seconds out of the second place Stuart Johnson's lead through the Snake stage. But he was slower each time after that, which not only kept him behind but also gave Johnson a bit of a cushion. Trinidad's 22-year-old Craig Sumir has proven his consistent pace throughout the rally. He was hovering inside the overall top 6 of the rally and second in Group N. Also on a fast and consistent pace was Trinidad's Christian Bourne, who was leading Group A. And on the final Snake stage before the lunch halt, he posted the second fastest time. Ireland's Frank Kelly in his Ford Escort Mark II was clearly the fastest two-wheel drive all rally long. He was proving he could also be a giant killer as he posted times faster than some of the four-wheel drive crews. This impressive pace earned him a place in the top 6. The UK's Harold Morley in his Subaru Impreza was one of those drivers who found himself behind Frank Kelly, but he was only a few seconds behind and may have been eyeing a higher position in the overall standings. After giving up 2 minutes on one of the stages on day 2, Trinidad's Colin Khan was clawing his way back inside the top 10. Ryan Peru was trying to keep Colin Khan behind him, but it was proving a tough task in his two-wheel drive turbocharged Suzuki Swift. Jamaica's Bobby Marshall was just outside the top 10, but a comfortable leader of his Class M2. Trinidad's Ryan Pinero was trying to hold on to third position in Group A. Trinidad's Raz Mohammed was trading times at one stage with Jamaica's Bobby Marshall, and Mohammed was just ahead. Trinidad's Scott Shepard was sitting in second place in M2, some distance off the class leader, Bobby Marshall. Back to the big boys as the action moved a short distance away to the Jack and Jill venue, which was also about 5 competitive kilometers like the Snake stage. And continuing his string of stage victories as he carved his way through the gravel was Barbados' Neil Armstrong, who was over 4 minutes in the lead. By the lunch halt, he had won 16 consecutive stages and 17 in all. Trinidad's Stuart Johnson was the closest rival to Neil Armstrong as he kept his mistakes to a bare minimum, but his speed to a maximum. No one would have thought that a Group N competitor would be sitting so high in the standings with an entry list that included WRC cars and Group A cars. Barbados' Paul Bourne was still within striking distance of Stuart Johnson, but had not started to cut into the advantage anymore on these stages. With the gravel being soft and loose, the stages were technical, then fast, and you could also add in a few blind crests. Bourne, who admitted that he did not have confidence in his notes, had kept it on the road, well, most of the time. Trinidad's Craig Sumer was showing why he has been one of the top rookies last year. He piloted his Mitsubishi Evolution to 4th overall by the lunch halt on the 3rd day. Trinidad's Christian Bourne had some ground to make up if he was to catch the 4th place Craig Sumer. When one pushes, mistakes will happen, and here Christian Bourne loses more time before the lunch halt. Ireland's Frank Kelly with Jamaica's Michael Fennell Jr. calling the pace notes were putting in quite a show for the spectators. But despite his sideways style of driving, he was very quick and easily led SM6 and was 6th overall by the lunch halt. Trinidad's Colin Khan was up to 2nd in Group A and inside the top 10. Shelford Robinson was 5th in SM6 by the lunch halt. Donald Gopal had fallen so far behind in the overall standings that despite being faster than Bobby Marshall on all the stages before lunch, he was still minutes behind. Trinidad's Latif Khan did not enjoy a good day 2 and was out on the final day to show what could have been as he weaved his way through the stages. Noel Phillips found himself in trouble on the 2nd day but was able to restart on the 3rd. Surinam's Raj Prasad lost his left rear suspension on day 2 and his crew had him back up in the rally the following day. Now it seems that Ansel Ali's car wants to go left. He was 3rd in M2. David Coelho found the part needed and was able to make it to the final day of the rally. The line was on at the Jack and Jill venue. Time for the marshals to grab a much needed break. Some food which was prepared and cooked on location sometimes. And some familiar faces in the crowd too. John Powell in the mix.